You got no talk shit. Lord, talk. Uh, oh, we talking. Oh my God. The middle of your child. Blessings and peace. This is a day at Miller's job. They're crazy. I am not staying till 11 o'clock and miss my bus. Because these motherfuckers think, excuse my language. These people think playing with buses is cute. It's not. What if somebody did that to your mother, your grandmother, your sister, your daughter? Because, if I some bus drivers that do treat your relatives like crap, that's what I'm saying. The same thing you do to somebody else, mother, grandmother, aunt, niece, granddaughter, somebody gonna do to yours. But let's talk about the chauvinist men at Walgreens. I don't know who keeps saying Millie's gonna get down or lay down. You might as well go ahead with that because I'm not laying down and I'm not getting down because they didn't make prisons for me. They didn't make prisons for people like me that can do shit and know how to get away with shit. Okay? Because if I would belong in prison, I would have got caught for all the shit that I did. So they say. Because I'm crazy. Don't believe everything. All right? So, first of all, Mr. Manager, let me turn my light on because it's dark. I don't want to break up. That's why I can't walk fast. And then sidewalks are raggedy. Oh, now the light don't want to. Oh, well, can't take. Well, anyway, right? First of all, Mr. Manager, what you're doing is court harassment. And you're juggling everybody with a bag. They can be clean, they can be dirty. You can have a three-piece suit on, but if you come in there with a bag and open your bag, he's like chasing people around. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. That's not what I do. So Jimmy called somebody a spick, but he don't know that spick is my co-worker, and he knows what I'm saying about what I supposed to do in the store is true. Now he's saying they're trying to set me up. How you trying to set me up? That is racist. Calling Spanish people about sticking up for this nigga. That was what he said. So I'm trying to tell them, I'm my own supervisor, I'm my own manager. I handle myself. And that other man is just gonna say, I see. I was like, yup, you sure do. Because you shouldn't have popped your lips. So, corn chips, child, I'm hungry. So every time I don't chase behind somebody with a bag, right? She's gonna come and tell me, well, you're swamming on. I didn't even look at her because she ain't even worth me looking at. I just kept texting like, yeah, whatever. So I don't know what they thought she did, but apparently she didn't do nothing. And she had a, well, if you're coming to approach me, right, why are you bringing him in? We both women. You trying to intimidate me because of him? I was like, you Spanish people are stupid because Jimmy in there calling you spicks. I know they call me a nigga. But see, I'm a nigga because I'm a nigga they can't train or tame like the rest of you niggas. And excuse my language, spicks. I told you, he got called a spick because he stepped out of line and Jimmy thought he was sticking up for me. I told you last night, as soon as one of you motherfuckers try to stick up for anybody, brown skin, you're getting called a nigga or a spick. Now, let me tell you about roaches. Because now I'm a roach. Somebody spray roach spray. I was like, you know something? I'm not a roach. Because if you put a piece of crumb on the counter and turn off the light and turn it back on, it ain't going to be 1,000 of me on the crumb. Right? I'm not even going to go for the crumb. Because why go for the crumb when you can have the whole cake? That's how I think. Now, if you put a crumb and turn off the light, there's going to be, and turn it back on, there's going to be about 1,000,000 of you on that crumb. Because you don't want the next one to get no higher than you are. So use are cucarachas. You and the white people. Because you act like yous are, I don't know who's number one and number two, but the Spanish people are telling on you and everybody else of color. So you don't got no color, but you get my drift. So because you, the Spanish and the white people, and everybody, if the shoe don't fit, don't wear it. Because you motherfuckers like getting involved when you shouldn't. When when you turn off the light, it's only white roaches because they do got albino roaches. And if you ever lived in the project, you're in the hood. These houses got roaches. I have roaches. You know when you turn off the light, there's a whole bunch. There's about 5 or 10 albinos, but there's about 1,000 browns. And we're talking about Spanish people. So you want the crumb. You don't even want the whole cake. You just want the crumb to say, yeah, I can control her. No, you don't. So then I said, you know what? If you want to keep complaining about people stealing, why don't you call corporate? It's corporate's responsibility to make sure that their merchandise ain't getting stolen. I don't know who, but that shit, I'm taking a picture of if I'm there tomorrow. Because you would write your name in it. So she was like, oh, tell Ella. I said, but Erica is not corporate. You can call corporate and talk to corporate yourself. That lets corporate know you're smarter than Erica. Because Erica apparently don't care about that the alarms ain't going off. I mean, they don't go off at all. Well, but everybody's in here buying something. So you mean to tell me what the customers are buying and what the thieves are buying, that's the only thing that don't got an alarm. But when they go to the pharmacist and come out, now something's going off. This man came from the pharmacist, he had a big old bag, right? He walked through, the alarm went off. So, the girl's stupid, but I ain't saying nothing because it ain't my responsibility to get involved with what they're doing. So she was like, well, he was like, let me walk through with the bag. He walked through with the pharmacy bag. And then she said, walk through with this bag. And it kept going off. I just walked out the fucking door. He stole because it keeps going off. But nobody did nothing. I don't know what happened. He acted like he was looking at and look through the bag, but I do the same shit when I'm in line and I'm trying to get in somewhere with some food or something. I'm moving it around so you can't move it around and see what I got. So all night, they've been fighting. I'm like, you know what? I said, I don't know what you to follow me for, and then complain about the people that's really stealing. I said, that's harassment. They can sue you. It was a white man with a black and white bag with some pills in his hand. And that Dominican supervisor, go to bus. So that's the 5 or 10 pass. And that Dominican supervisor was chasing him around. Then he see me. No, I'm not. I was like, no, I'm going back this way. I didn't even go the same way he did. I was like, Mister, I am not looking for you, but what he's doing is harassment. I'm not doing no shit that you think I'm gonna do. All she's standing at is I walk around every hour twice. Just because somebody come in with a bag, I'm not chasing behind them, whistling and shit. I'm like, shit, this motherfucker got me fucked up. And I'm on my medication. I keep trying to tell people, if you think I'm lying, I'm on my medication, you need to come down and you can wander around the store as long as you want. And then you'll see truth. Because why I got a lot. And then they're going to say, you're going to get down and lay down. I'm like, well, what the fuck you talking about? I ain't getting down or laying down. So this ain't going to work out. But they don't know I'm trying to get out of that site and get a new site. Right? Because they're always pulling up their pants. And I said, you know what? Keep pulling up their pants like that, you're going to have a yeast infection. And then I let them know, you know what? Because it's all men, but they had a girl go out the trash. They had a girl, I said, you know what? She's going to start telling. She's going to, I don't care if she's gay or not, she's still a woman. She's going to start telling because you are disrespecting her as a woman. Acting like they run, and you don't run me because I don't work for Walgreens. But I did call corporate. And I said, well, they're complaining about people stealing. So maybe you need to send somebody in here, I know you just brought it and, work on, the alarms. I said, because see, they see people stealing, but they want me to approach. I'm like, lady, that ain't what I do. I said, no, I'm walking down the aisle and I see them stealing. I don't tell them to put it back. I walk them right out the door with it. But I don't let them back in. I'm like, they act like these people wasn't stealing before I got here. I said, before I got here, they were smoking crack at the door, pushing their plates, begging for change. And it ain't homeless people. That's what I'm saying. It is not homeless people going in there stealing. I'm like, I was homeless, so I know all the homeless people, and it ain't homeless people. It's not. That is not homeless people stealing. That is not homeless people. Them are ordinary people. Now this lady got a pen pal. She got $7 on it. She's trying to spend $2 and take it off. I'm like, now this shit is crazy. And a white boy, he said the same thing to me. Have a nice night or don't have a night. I was like, I don't give a fuck, motherfucker. I don't even like you. I don't even know you. Talking about she ain't running around here talking. That's why I kept on doing it. Because first of all, I ain't talking, I'm singing. They act like I'm running for that. I ain't running for that bus. The next bus is at 10:23. My bus don't come at 15. And that's the last bus going to Woonsocket. There's another, it comes back at 12 o'clock. There's not another bus going to Woonsocket after 11:15. It comes back and All this business. See that cobble just like that pop. That's a Mercedes over there. That's what I'm saying. That Woonsocket bus cannot leave before 11:15 because if he does, he's gonna have to come back and make another round at 12 o'clock, and it will be gonna be way past 12 o'clock. Oh, my hands and taste like that. So I guess they called my manager because I seen him writing it down, and I write it down. I'm talking on the phone. See, this bus right here is coming back at 10:23. I'll be right down. It takes like 5, 10 minutes to get downtown. Look at the homeboy. I got money on here. I gotta find out how to take it off. Let's remove him because he's a moron. Before, yeah, I got money on here. I gotta find out how to take it off. I don't know how to take it off. I think I need a PayPal card or something. I'm getting ready to get a chime anyway. For that, cause that chime thing be popping. I don't know what's so who about it, but that's what everybody's using. I'm gonna get me one. So then he's gonna be some boy came in there and did deuce deuce and spit on the ground. I was like, what? I ain't even deuce deuce. I'm like, because you wear red, they don't know deuce deuce is just like fucking Crips. I'm like, do something, do a dance, put a you don't put up a sign. At least they do the L. The ones that wear the red, because that's all they know how to do. I'm like, do the dance, you know what I mean? Look at that car right there, in case I get murdered. See it over there, Kings. Oh, let me make sure you can see it. Let me see it. Yeah. You know what I mean? Do something. You know what I'm saying? But he looked at, I swear to God, Game. This dude looked just like your son. Game's son is so, oh my God. Oh, he's so beautiful. And he looked like I said, that guy, and he looked like Games. I was like, that got to be Games' brother. But then somebody calling that Dominican gonna talk about, oh, what? Tell Millie to bottom her, she's fired. Well, you might as well fucking fire me. Because my mother was a reverend, right? And I involved myself in many, matter of fact, all religions, all religions. Well, I don't have them now, but I used to have Buddhists. I used to have every god that they claim to be God in my house, but not the big statues. You know, like little statues, the cute ones, the ivory ones. I used to have Buddhists. You know, if I can find a black Jesus, I still got a white Jesus. I got to paint. I think it fell off something. And I said, nah, nah, because bowing to a human is envying them. You know what I mean? I'm like, that's why I got these crosses on because I walk in faith. I really believe in a higher power, and I'm really going to heaven. And the Puerto Rican girl said, see, she's not going to step away from her faith. Why would I step away from my faith? Right? to live on hell, to live it, no, to be in heaven on earth. Where am I gonna go when I die? I'm gonna go to hell. I don't want to burn with you. I'm not gonna now the Puerto Rican Keefs. You better listen to me, Keefs, because I know you hear me and you're being stubborn. They are trying to play you, Keith. And then it's another dude that coming in. I know him. I don't know. I know him. I don't know if it's Nappy's brother, but he's gonna be like, I'm like, you a drug addict or you got a gambling problem. But he's ADHD. So, well, you ain't breaking me, motherfucker. I don't know who you gonna break, but it ain't me. And that's why I'm saying Keith want me to claim him so he can come out here and be stupid, but I'm not. Cause he should accept my choices. But these dudes are acting like they're you, and you went in the store and they don't even know who you are. You went in the store again and they still don't know who you are. Having a friendly conversation. That's it. When I say Keith only wear black and white, that's all he wears, black and white. I never said what he drove though. That's where you are getting it confused. We wear red and black and white because we can't. Well, Keith can't wear blue, but I can wear black and white, red and blue, and yellow and black. That's why I keep laughing because everybody be like, she's sick. No, I'm not sick. Ain't nothing wrong with me. I'm just getting off work. I'm not on drugs. And they keep doing this. I was like, first of all, that was a skit, number one. Number two, I don't even smoke cigarettes. They're even, with the coke and the canes with me, I would be smoking cigarettes. And I wouldn't be holding down no job. If I was there, it would be to steal and then I'll get fired. Right? Even when I smoke weed, I smoke cigarettes because some reason your brain says it's boosting up your high, but it's really not. Right? So how can you you just don't got nothing on me. I got an Advil and a leave in my bag right now. I'm getting ready to take when I get on the bus. So how can you say that I'm on drugs? Right? And I don't care if you call him because I'm going to the office anyway. I keep saying, you don't supposed to talk to me. It's supposed to be a minimum conversation. I like talking to Jimmy because Jimmy like telling all his business. I'm just repeating the same thing. I'm really not saying that. I'm just asking questions about him. Right? Because I don't be telling none. I tell my own business. I don't be sharing no secrets with somebody I barely know. But Jimmy tells everybody his business. Right? And so why would I even want to even deal with any of these men? You can't even control your wife. The day goes good but when certain people come on, then that's when everything start going crazy. He's trying to tell me, he's watching me. The manager is watching me in the mirror. I'm like, well, why is he watching me? Because he sees somebody with a bag and he think I'm gonna run with. No, I'm not, because that's harassment. That's why they tell you can't follow people with a bag. But if I know you, which they and everybody that come in there I know is buying, because Hello came in, the people that know that's homeless and be at the Amos house and all the shelters know Hello. And Hello walked right past me, but she didn't look at me. And I don't know what Hello did. And he said, oh, can you go over there? Because a girl came and I want you to see it. But he thought I was doing it, but I didn't. I went right to the counter and turned back around. I'm like, well, she seen me when she walked in here because I'm standing right here. But if you're so suspicious of her, why don't you just tell her to leave the store? Why do you need me to do your job? You don't even supposed to be telling me what to do, number one. And number two, I don't even like you, so I wish you don't talk to me. But when people come in and I'm talking to them, they think I'm going to talk to them too. Well, these people don't work here. That is my niece. And she's let me talk to my great niece. And I don't know who the boy is with ADHD, but he's cute, and that's his mother. Everybody I talk to, I know. I'm not going to conversate with you like that because I don't know you. And by the rules, they say, by whatever they put when you do something wrong. It's prohibited. It's minimum. Minimum means you can say hi and keep it pushing. Hi, how you doing? Whatever, whatever, whatever. But other than that, I don't really care. I only talk to Jimmy because Jimmy's very interesting to me. Right? And every time he sees somebody with a bag, he's whistling. First of all, that's disrespectful for you to even be a man and disrespecting me with your bald spot. I don't even like you. I don't like men with built bottoms and tops and they ain't doing with their nothing with their legs. You know what I mean? No, let me because you know what, Michael? Some people like watching the cars and not me. And then they got CNAs that's in their family coming to look at my pupils. Bitch, I don't get high on nothing. I nothing but life and sugar. I'm gonna get me some crabs tomorrow, Lord. I wish I could bring them to work. That's what I'm saying. You know what I mean? Leave me the fuck alone. Now they want to do. I'm like, you know what? And that girl is Walgreens, and I told the lady Walgreens they haven't had security in a year. Now all of a sudden they're worrying about everybody stealing out of Walgreens. It's crazy. It's crazy. Like they be like, she's talking to herself. No, I'm not. I'm dancing. And that Puerto Rican girl be well, she works for Smiley. She works for Smiley. That's that same big girl that had that ugly baby in the Dollar Tree at in Woonsocket. She's playing games. I seen her. I seen, when somebody comes to your right and then they go to your left and then they be like, oh, excuse me. I was like, what you want, bitch? Because she was right up on me. What are you doing? You knew that wasn't the way out because you came in that way. Talking about they're playing this shot game. Well, let's keep playing. Because I was getting ready to headbutt her. It would have been her fault. They got gnats. They are biting me so bad. They're talking about talk about something positive. How can you talk about something positive when you're around a whole bunch of negative energy? That's what I'm telling people. When you're around a whole bunch of negative energy, you feed off that negative energy because that's the only and negative. That's the only energy around. There is the one girl walked in. I was like, all right, she got good energy. She was applying there. Lord God bless her. You know what I'm saying? You can't have positivity because you got to always be on your game because these people men are crazy. Somebody was in there stinking. I swear to God, I had to smell my own underarms. I'm always on live. It saves my life. Our line, northbound. Stop requested. Please use the rear exit. Approaching Public Street. The next stop is St. Joseph's Hospital. I got this paint that nothing keep popping out. You gotta take it together. That motherfucker's gonna probably pop so quick. You. Approaching St. Joseph's Hospital. The next stop is
Apartment Avenue. Approaching Apartment Avenue. The next stop is Trinity Square. Approaching Broad Street and Elmwood Avenue. Trinity Square.
I miss Kentucky Fried Chicken and their waffles. Oh, I can't even eat it. I'm so scared to eat fast food. Yeah, people is there. I didn't see them. Lord, she's out here. Take me out here. I'm gonna walk up here tomorrow because I want to know who got stabbed. Oh, don't never know nothing.
Approaching Northwood Street. The next stop is Dexter Manor.
You come with that good shit. Come around first. I mean, come and then go back after all your shit. So don't come and try to stay. That ain't what we want to do. Come in a car, have your car hidden. Don't let nobody see how you got. Walk up. You get little samples. Because Providence don't care. You get little samples. Get them started. Make sure it's good. Let me know what color you're repping and I'll wear that same color. Don't come near me though. I'll just come do my little dance thing. It's clean. But you gotta watch out for you. Do your little thing, get back in your car and jump on the highway. Do like they do up here. Everything's too. Don't come in the same color because that's dumb. Don't come in the same make and model because that's dumb. You're driving, you know what I'm saying? The speed limit, you're not rushing. Because up here they want to drive the same color car. You know, it's the same model, but not the same make. You know what I mean? Not by the same company. But everything's the exact, but the name of the car. Now, if you want to do it, fine. But you know, to me, that sticks out like a sore thumb. You know, me, I'm coming a hoopty. You know what I mean?
The next stop is
We don't want to be profiling. You know what I'm saying? We don't want to cause attention to ourselves. I'm talking about not no 1988 and it's all beat down with one spots in it. Looking like you're damn naked because then they'll pull you over just because your car's from them. I'm talking about, you know, something regular that good. You know, get you a couple of them fake babies, throw them in the back. They ain't gonna know if they're real or fake unless you stop them. They stop you. Got them fake babies right in the back, you know, in a A minivan, not an up to date minivan. You know what I mean? That's why you gotta leave early so you don't gotta rush. You just take your time now. When you leave, you're clean so you can fly, but you don't want to fly with a whole bunch of money. That's why I bring a bitch. That way she can take the loot on the plane, right, or the train or whatever you choose to do, and then you drive back. It's a win-win situation, but then you gotta buy me a trinket or something and make sure it gets to me. Bring it to the Salvation Army and be like, make sure this gets to Millie, and they will make sure it gets to me. Tell them put like $2 or $3 on it so I can buy the trinket. Hi, hi, Mary. Hi, Angel. I told you to stop from laughing because what he was doing. I don't act like that. I take my time. And I ain't even looking, I'm just walking around. I walk around twice every hour. And then I go outside. You know what I'm saying? Because they're trying to keep me inside because if I'm inside, I can't see what they're doing on the outside. I don't like to be on the inside because more pops off. There ain't nobody in the store. I go outside. Come on. Oh my God. That girl retarded. That girl ain't no banger. I don't even know where the fuck she going. She didn't come on Walgreens. She always been special ed. Chad, I meant Hartford. She a Hartford chick. That's who she is. They wasn't even banging in Hartford back then. I was the only one. Okay. Yep, 11:15. That motherfucker is not coming. 12 o'clock ride. I don't want to put them on because I already argued with a nut. Oh, I'm gonna start taking my sleeping pill. I'm gonna start bringing that to and bring. I never seen in the bathroom. That's for tampons, but they use it for needles and shit. I'm like, who working in here? Taking insulin and shit and bringing pill bottles and throwing them in the garbage. Tell about don't leave your name on the bottle. What? I take a pill. I take a leave and I take an Advil. I'm not bringing no whole bottles. So after I said to the girl, yup, yup, you right, yup. I walked by some people and said, yeah, that fucking bitch don't know. And they went and told her. So she really wasn't even hearing me swear. She heard hearsay. I'm like, why do you stick up for these people? Because they let them come in and steal. How long do it take to stock shelves? The shelves ain't even all that big. I don't know what's going on in Walgreens. That same tissue I played with yesterday, stocking it, they restocked it. Look like, that's the same tissue that's going to be there all week. But then when I come in on Sunday, it's going to be empty. Ain't even nobody buying you for what? They can go right to the Dollar Tree and get it for $1.50, $1.25. But I'm never gonna sacrifice my belief to praise a human. That is who do you think, if you have another one, right? I've been shot, right? More than once, but we're just gonna talk about and I've been poisoned. I came back both times. So okay, let me tell the people that poisoned me, do the exact same thing they did to me to you, right? Okay, and if you survived that, because I should have died, if you survived that, right, then okay, that's one, right? Then he can't shoot you because he's in prison, but he can send somebody to shoot you in the back of your head. Then we can have Mother, the bitch that always runs and hides, say, "Oh my God, watch out! It's such and such," and then you can turn your head just right so the bullet can just get stuck in your scalp and break. It didn't break my skull. It was because I got a lot of meat. For some reason, I got extra meat on my head, and my cranium's like long and thick. But I never cracked my skull. Trust me, my head been busted a few times. I never it never penetrated my skull. And then let me have the other nut beat you in the head with the bottom of a gun. And then, because I should have died from that too. And if and then we're gonna throw you in a hole, right? And then we're gonna get a boulder and we're gonna put the boulder over. And now if you disappear for 7 days, you know what I'm saying? You used to be in there 7 days, 7 nights. And when we go and you're knocking on the boulder and we move the boulder and you survive, then you know what I'm saying? But I am not gonna praise no man that can't do shit for me. What can you do for me? What, give me a project that I'll still pay the rent for? Why would I even do that? You're not giving me nothing. You're just telling them to move my application further up because now it's on standstill. So there's really nothing you can do for me. You know what I mean? You can't stop nothing. This is God's will. Let God's will be done. And I ain't talking about live. I ain't talking to myself. You know what I'm saying? Whatever happens to me is this is my path. This is my path. And after every path, right? At the end of every path, the struggles, the trials, and the tribulations, there's gonna be a rainbow there by the Lord, not the devil. That's why I keep saying, what's wrong with these people? You think I'm crazy? My grandmother was really a reverend. You know, you think I'm gonna let you penetrate what I learned? And I follow every religion. I'm one of them. I'm not a Bible thumper, but you know what I'm saying. I follow every religion because it's the same but different. It just, you know what I'm saying. It just fits the God that they want. Like the Christians, it gotta fit. God gotta fit the word of the Christians, and then Allah gotta fit the Quran for the Muslims. You know what I'm saying. And Buddhists, you know what I mean. He gotta fit for the what the fuck you call them bald headed guys? Oh, for the Buddhists. But it's only one God. They act like there's about 1,000 doors, right? And you, whatever you worship on land, on earth, you're gonna be not. No, we're all gonna be on. Even the Ku Klux Klan. If some of them making it change their ways, because they got some nigga babies now, right? They're gonna be in heaven too. We're all gonna be. Well, not everybody, because I don't believe that shit. What they're down here preaching. I'm telling you. Do not believe what the Catholics is saying. They only changed the Bible because they was fucking little boys, right? And they was sinning, so they need to find a way so people, can believe that their sins will be forgotten too. Because if you fuck a little kid, I mean, come on now. There's no coming back from that. So why would God forgive you because you took something so innocent from a child that didn't belong to you? And then some of them bust them open, they go straight to heaven because they killed them. Right? So what makes you think God is gonna forgive you for raping and molesting a little child? He's not. But that's what the Catholics did. Confession. Who you confessing to? If you murder somebody, why are you confessing to the priest? Because the priest probably made a little boy suck his dick. So they're both sinning. So who is the priest confessing to? So I'm telling you, shit, you better go. I don't know. You better ask the people that you sinned against to forgive you. Because that's all made up. Jesus died for your sins. He didn't. Sabbath was on Saturday, but the Catholics had to change it to Sunday. That's why I rest on Saturday and I do other shit on Sunday. Because again, they made it fit their faith, and the blacks follow because they're stupid. They stopped reading their Bible. Where's the Bible? Well, I do got a Bible, a Negro Bible for the blacks. I do got that. That's why everybody need to get one. Stop following, just like by Molly. He didn't want to follow a white God. He didn't want to follow a God that didn't look like him at all. He said, how am I going to follow a God with pink skin? I don't got pink skin and blue eyes and blonde hair. And every black, I was like, you know what? I'm like, Grandma, why you got this white Jesus in your house? But that's the way she was raised because she probably grew up on a compound somewhere, hiding from massa. Because back in slavery days, that's what they gave the blacks, the slaves, something to believe in. But they still didn't put God before massa. That's why whites still think that they are over us. because the blacks didn't, they did dances and stuff for the ancestors. They didn't even believe in the Bible, but when they got, kidnapped and made into slavery, then and they was crying and escaping. They was like, "Give these niggas this Bible," and that's why we all confused and fucked up now. Because it passed out from generation to generation to generation to generation. But I got me one that says it's about the Negroes. I be cracking up laughing. I laugh at anything that's funny. In the Bible, the black one is funny, child. Farrakhan, I laugh at him too. I be like, somebody gonna punch him right in the face because he ain't, you know what I'm saying? And then I got this thing from the library about how the FBI made the now it's the Ku Klux Klan who killed Martin Luther. This shit is crazy. But that's what they came. That's what I only put it on here because there's like ain't no racist shit out here talk about the Ku Klux Klan because they said mine always started off good morning, blessings and peace, and then I say something racist. Well, here's some racist shit right here for your ass that a white man came up with. He made it from pictures and books and shit like that, right? They're saying that the FBI had the Ku Klux Klan killing civil rights leaders and beating them. I mean, there's a picture. That back picture is some whites beating up civil rights leaders, and they wasn't just black. They was white and black. And then they had something to do with Martin Luther King's death. That's why when they be like, "Oh, hey, how you doing, sir?" Da da da. Cause nigga, he wants you to make like you're his slave, like he owns you. Why would I call you man, bitch? We the same age. We just different colors. Why would I call you man? Cause you white and I'm black. That shit don't make. That's why as soon as a white black man be like, "Yes," I be like, "You are so stupid. You are trained. You are tamed." Me, I bust a white motherfucker in the face, man or woman. It don't matter. They be in one side and say, "Well, oh, she's untamed. Are you motherfucking right? I'm untrained." And he be like, "This black nigga." I be like, "Yup, bitch. Yup, I'll be a black nigga. A black nigga you's scared of." Fear is the worst thing to have, but it's a powerful thing. Powerful. That white man in 205 is always calling somebody a nigga. But he said he'll pay my rent if I let him fuck me. I'm like, you ain't sticking your hand in your dick nowhere up me. See, they don't want to respect you. They want to degrade you. Because if I'm collecting unemployment, why would I even, and then you fake your dick. Look, oh my God. He came down the hall because I don't give a fuck. I'm a woman. And for some reason, he had his bald and dick making it look bigger than what it was. Then I seen him with boxes. I was like, see, I knew you was faking it. He said, then he was like, all I want to do is watch. Who you going to watch? Who you going to watch? But somebody got fucked in the ass last night, and it was a man. He was like, oh, and that man be having them balls up his ass because, the closet. If I go in the closet, I can hear it real good, and you can hear the balls popping out his ass. I'd be crying. I say, yeah, somebody got fucked in the ass because they be thinking I'm sleeping, but I wake up because I hear shit. But like I said, call me a nigga, but if I spread my legs, you go in the face first. And I mean, I love getting ate, but I don't even want his tongue on my coochie. I ain't even having sex. I'm celibate. I ain't doing shit but eating food. They stole my butter. I just opened the butter. I went right back last night to butter my croissants, which I don't even supposed to have butter. And yeah, my butter's gone. This shit's crazy. But then the butter will pop back up, and I'm not gonna eat it. I'm gonna throw it in the garbage because they do shit like that. I'm getting up early and go get me a diamond dot. But I did get the pages off my off. I sent it to myself on Gmail, but I took pictures of it because I'm getting ready to finish it up. Well, I ain't gonna finish it all fast. I'm gonna finish chapter 1. I'm off Friday, Saturday, so I'm gonna finish it then. But anyway, everybody have a peace and blissful night. See how I talk negative, but my homeboy says say something positive. So don't let when the devil come knocking, don't let him in. But if he hit you, hit him back.